So it stemmed out of our relationship with Hydro-Quebec for our Champlain Hudson Power Express Line project. And because they were a major sponsor of the event, the FISU, which is basically University Games. And the event was twofold. So although the games were going on and it's, winter sports, at the same time there was a world conference on climate change. So I was actually invited to do an opening because Lake Placid we recognize as being in the historical territory of Haudenosaunee and Kahnawake people. So I was invited there to do an opening and talk about the importance of winter. The whole concept was save winter because we could see even here in Kahnawake we haven't had a lot of snow. It's impacting athletes' ability to practice their sport. We've seen different pictures from around the world in Switzerland, like where the Alps are, and just to see the change over the years because of global warming and climate change, how it's impacting winters. So basically there was a lot of panels, there was a lot of talks about what are we going to do, and I think it takes a collaborative and a collective effort. And they did have other speakers who were in fact Haudenosaunee and talked, from a cultural standpoint, the importance of some of the things like snow snake and how we depended on the winter for the running of the sap trees, and when the sap water runs and our first antioxidant and medicines and all that, tied it back to the cycle ceremonies. I thought it was really, awesome to see that and for people to get educated about, some of our perspective and I guess our fight in this climate change crisis. And, just being a part of it, I think opened a lot of eyes about what we can do, and it even made me kind of open my eyes to what is Kahnawake doing and what more can we do. So we talked about even having a climate change conference here in the community in April.
Well, it all started with the torch relay, and we had some of the students, former university students and current ones, and even some future students do the relay here in town. From then, it stemmed talks with Hydro-Quebec. Went to the youth center, and they offered the youth center to pay for a bus to go to Lake Placid. So youth center took the initiative. They put word out into the community. We had 10 people come along with us. It was very good. It was very interesting. Lake Placid is beautiful, obviously. The road was closed, so there was a bunch of different activities for the kids to participate in. There was a small little luge thing and a snowboard if they wanted to participate in that. I sat with Gus in part of the Save Winter conference where I met Mike Richter, who broke my heart in 1994 because I'm a Canucks fan and he won the Stanley Cup with the Rangers. That was interesting. And then we were able to go to Potsdam to watch one of the actual hockey games that was there. Lake Placid being on a traditional territory, they invited Kahnawake obviously, and they invited Aguesasne. So they on the strip on downtown Lake Placid, the main strip, there was a section of they rented a building for them. So the vendors weren't outside or anything like that. There was a bunch of vendors from Aguesasne, and then Kahnawake Tourism was there with with a display of some of the moccasins that our community members made during the pandemic there when we had the big rally for the Every Child Matters. So that was pretty cool to see some smiling faces from Kahnawake there. Kimberly is one of the directors at tourism, so she was there. It was cool. It was just a really, really good experience. I wish more people were able to come out and enjoy it.